www.youtube.com/cardgamingforall. What is up everybody, the Card Gamer here today with my own review of the English Cardfight Vanguard G Start Deck 02 Knight of the Sun featuring the Gold Paladin used by Tayo Asukawa of the Cardfight Vanguard G anime Stride Gate. So, like the last one, the kind of packaging it has, it basically focuses a lot on the key cards that are in this deck, and a bit of a slight difference, they actually feature the characters that actually use this deck in the anime. So that's a nice part. Oh yeah, if you want to check out my last review of the G Start Deck 01, you can check the link right here. Hope it's big enough. Now, stay tuned till the end of the video because I'll be doing a giveaway to get yourself a free G Start Deck 02, because why not? I really like how these start decks are made for new players, and if for you existing on new players, I really want you to enjoy what Bushiroad has to offer. So without any further ado, let's check out the contents of the packaging, shall we? Now, just for general knowledge, each of these start decks or even trial decks comes with a playmat and a starter's guide. Besides that, you'll be, getting a 52 card deck which is ready to play out of the box, or to be specific, ready to be played out of the box. So this is the starter's guide in general or in question. Here's the playmat, so that for you new players out there, they'll guide you through how or what cards or which things you should put on to the playmat. And finally, the deck itself. Now, like last G-Start deck, it comes with a plastic wrapper that you have to tear it apart, which is really inconvenient. Now they actually put in a plastic binder, which is much more easier for you to restore it away once you're done using it, or enough to bind other cards that you have extras lying around. So we are greeted with a copy of Golden Dragon, Ray Breath Dragon, being the G4 of this unit. Now, based onto the Wikipedia that I read through, you should be able to get a promo card of Scourge Point Dragon. Hopefully it is true. Let's see what kind of cards do we get here. Now, first and foremost, you'll be getting 2 copies of Golden Dragon, Ray Breath Dragon, that's the G unit. 2 copies of an alternate art of Sunray Knight Gurgoid. The art is actually different from its GBT02 counterpart. Next will be 4 copies of Divinity Lancer Dragon, 2 copies of Blade Cross Lion, 4 copies of an alternate art of Knight of Dawnlight Jago, 2 copies of Holy Mage Elio, 2 copies of Knight of New Sun Catalyst, 2 copies of Knight of Evening Glow Capua, 4 copies of an alternate art of Knight of Morning Shadow Kimarcus, only 2 copies of Knight of Red Day Runo, 4 copies of an alternate art of Dawning Knight Gorbaduk, 2 perfect guards which are Holy Mage Candace, 3 copies of Kresgal, and your starter will be Knight of Early Dawn Cowell, 2 regular critical triggers, 4 draw triggers, 4 stand triggers, 4 heal triggers, and a reprint of Flame of Victory, which was last seen in BT06, really old there. You got yourself a deck divider, and oh my god, is actually what is written on the Wikipedia. You get a promotional print of Golden Dragon, Scourge Point Dragon. Totally worth the investments. So, let's focus onto the key cards of this deck, shall we? Generally speaking, the Gold Paladin focuses a lot on superior calling from the top of your decks. However, with this new G-Start deck, it's trying to sell off this new keyword called Unite, where you get to actually benefit some extra abilities or skill when you call 2 or more units onto your rearguard circle or guardian circle. Now, for this deck alone, I'm going to focus on 4 key components or 4 key units that actually made this deck, unique by itself. Now, first and foremost would obviously be the 2 copies of the Sunrise Ray Knight Gurgoid, which it has a GB2 skill, which is that by paying 1 Counter Blast and 1 Soul Blast at the beginning of your guard step of the battle that this unit is being attacked, by paying the cost, look at the top 4 cards of your deck, search up to 1 card among them and call it to the Guardian Circle and rest, and then you shuffle your deck. So basically you get to have yourself an extra shielding power from your deck instead of from your hand. Now its second skill says that by paying 1 counterblast during your turn when your G unit stride over this unit. By paying the cost, look at the top 4 cards of your deck and search for up to 1 card among them and superior call it to the rearguard circle, shuffle your deck, and that unit will gain plus 2000 power until end of the turn. Alright, that's pretty nice over there. Now, before I proceed with the next key card, I'm going to share with you guys an example of how a Unite unit works. Now, this is Divinity Lancer Dragon. Now, its unit skill says that it can only be activated once you call 2 or more cards to the rearguard or guardian circle. So, meaning that, let's just say you fulfill its condition, then its skill will activate. Like this one, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, it will get plus 3000 power until end of that battle, provided you activated the Unite ability first, then you get the extra bonus afterwards. So that's how it works. Anyway, moving on to the next key component of this deck would be the Blade Cross Lion, which has I don't really care about the GB1 skill, I care about its, riding skill. Now, it says here, by paying 2 counterblast, when this unit is being placed onto the Vanguard circle, by paying the cost, look at the top 4 cards of your deck and search up to 1 card among them and superior call it to the rearguard circle, and then put the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. So, for budget players, for starting units, this is actually pretty good because you get to you get to filter out your deck in an early game, but sadly can only be activated onto the Vanguard circle, much like how Gurgoid's requirement has to be paid. Right, next key component for this deck would be here we are, Holy Mage Elio, which its skill says that by paying 1 counterblast and putting this unit into your Vanguard soul, which basically you have to activate it from the rearguard circle, when this unit attack hits a Vanguard, by paying the cost, look at the top 3 cards of your deck and then search up to 1 card among them and superior call it to an open rearguard and put the rest onto the bottom of your deck in any order. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the Liberators, the Gold Paladin Liberators that was from BT16 version E, has the very same card with this very same ability. So basically it's just a reprint with a different name. Nothing much, but hey, for this trial deck alone, it's totally worth it, because like in prior trial decks, you don't actually get superior calling abilities from a rearguard unit. So this would actually be something really good. I keep repeating the same words over and over again. Anyway, the next key card I want to share to you guys would be, wait for it, there we are, the starter. Knight of Early Dawn Cowell. Now its skill is a GB1. However, even after GB1, you have to activate its Unite ability. Basically, we just call 2 units to your rearguard circle or guardian circle. Now, put this unit into the soul, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, search up to 1 card among them and superior call it to the rearguard circle, and then shuffle your deck, and then that unit will gain plus 2000 power until end of the turn. So, long story short, this is actually a free superior calling unit. So, for those older players out there who intends to abuse this skill, this would be really amazing. I can actually see a lot of Blue Stream Liberator players using this to get themselves free superior calling without even paying extra cost. So I guess that covers up the 4 key components of this deck that I mentioned. Let's move on to the G units, shall we? Stride Generation! Now, luckily enough, this G Star deck, provides us with not just 2, but 3 G units. So that's very, generous of Bushiroad. Anyway, the 3, G units would be 2 copies of Golden Dragon, Ray Breath Dragon, and Golden Dragon, Scourge Point Dragon. So, let's focus on Ray Breath Dragon's skills first. Now, it says here, number 1, to activate its skill, you have to activate its Unite ability first, meaning you have to call 2 or more cards to your rearguard circle or guardian circle, and then it will activate its ability. Now it says here, once you activate the Unite ability, this unit will gain plus 5000 power, and all of your other rearguards on the front row will get plus 2000 power. So that is what I call pretty amazing. But there's some comments saying that it's a bit tedious, but knowing Gold Paladin super calling would be a cinch to meet up its conditions fully. So less issue on that. Next up would be Golden Dragon, Scourge Point Dragon. Now this its skill says that when a unit is being placed onto the rearguard circle from your deck, this unit and that unit will gain plus 5000 power until end of the turn. In long story short, your rearguard will gain huge amount of power. This unit will gain a huge amount of power as well. So with your unlimited amount of superior calling abilities, man, this would be a really heavy hitter, guys. Really heavy hitter. So I guess that covers up the G units of this deck. And here's an added bonus. This G-Star deck comes along with a deck divider. So that's a pretty sweet deal, I might say. That covers up. Let's go on to the conclusion of this review, shall we? And there you have it, folks. My own unboxing / review of the G-Star Deck 02 Knight of Sun. What's my final verdict on this? Well, honestly speaking, for a 35 ringgit G-Star deck, this is a totally worth investment. You wanna know why? Now, besides you get this like really cool, somewhat of a full art deck divider with a cool gold Paladin logo on it, you get yourself 3 copies of a G unit, one of them which I don't actually expect it to be a promotional reprint, which is Golden Dragon Scourge Point Dragon, and you get a lot of really cool supports that really complement the keyword unite. So I'm gonna be rest assured that you guys are gonna really enjoy it. So as I promised, I'm gonna do a giveaway of a free G-Star Deck 02. If you want it, there's actually 2 ways for you to win it. Okay, method number 1. What I want you to do, type down in the comment section below your own unique or your own coolest Paladin, made up Paladin name. Like myself, I sometimes want to proclaim myself as Blaster Zim in a reference towards Blaster Blade from the Royal Paladin clan. So you can either put yourself as, I don't know, Superior Knight, Ezio, whatever it is. As long as if it's a cool Paladin name, I'm gonna check it out. If let's say I find it interesting, I'm gonna contact you personally and I'm gonna give you this G-Star deck for free. Now, another way you can actually win is that you draw me any fan art. Either you can draw Gurgit, whatever Paladins from the Cardfight Vanguard series, or even you can draw yourself an original character that is actually a Knight or a Paladin. And if I like it, I'll contact you directly to give you guys this free G-Star deck. Now, how to submit your fan art is very easy. Once you completed your fan art, just submit them to my Facebook, which is at www.facebook.com/cardgamingforall. I'll review it and see if let's say your submission is really nice. Like I said, I'm gonna contact you, right? So good luck for all of those who want to try to win this free start deck. And thanks again for watching. Enjoy card fighting, everybody. And as the tagline always say, stand up, my Vanguard.